Hey, welcome on in, bot. How was Starship Troopers Extermination earlier? Let's see. Just getting things set up. Okay, as much as I like this music, I might have to turn it down a little bit. Hey, welcome on in, Megarars. How's it been going? I sort of return. I've been thinking about trying to get back into Kenshi. I might try getting back into it after Monday. It depends on how exhausted I am. I have to go to a funeral Monday. Let's see. But yeah, we're just about ready to begin with some Dicey Dungeons. Freaking love the soundtrack of this game. It's nice to hear. Yeah. Half of the reason I burnt out on Kenshi so much is I didn't have a proper goal when I started the game. Like, I didn't really have a real goal. Right now, our goal is to take out the Holy Nation, though. Where are you going Monday? I'm going to a funeral Monday. Let's see. I'm gonna put the fun in funeral. Hell yeah. Let's see. It's mostly okay. You had some blasting music at points. It was a bit of a pain. You don't know if you'd get copyrighted. It wasn't the best stream moods. Had some things to do, so you ended it far sooner than planned. Yeah, I feel ya. I definitely know that. Oh, who was it? One of my grandparents. Let's see. Yeah, I've been pretty burnt out on doing solo stuff. Hey, thanks for the lurk fun. Always happy to see you here. Alrighty, we are ready to begin though. And the game isn't very good solo, far better with friends, definitely. Well, it isn't as good solo, it's still pretty good. So this is Dicey Dungeons. I've been listening to the soundtrack for it for ages, but I never really picked it up for myself. Starship Troopers Extermination is what they were playing, Megarars. Welcome to Dicey Dungeons, the only game show where you could win your heart's greatest desire. But will you fulfill your dreams or your nightmares? Let's find out with our host for this evening. And for eternity, it's Lady Luck. Thank you, thank you. All my dears and my darlings, and welcome back to my labyrinth of endless terror. Will our newest contestants win big or lose it all?
Oh, no.
Let's find out as we meet the warrior. That was a man there? What did you do to that poor man? Did you make them die? Whoa, I'm a dice! Yes, dear, that's how this works. Tell me, warrior, what secret emptiness has driven you to risk eternal imprisonment at the hands of fate? Huh? My dear, what are you playing for today? Oh, I'm playing to win a monster truck. And to become the strongest man in the world. So let me get this straight. You can fulfill one wish. And you want a monster truck. Inspirational! Well, you know what we say here in Dicey Dungeons. Luck might be against you, but it's too late to change your mind now. Sorry about your loss. Hope things go well for you. Yeah, it's fine. I wasn't super close to them anyway. Sword, do X damage. It's an enemy. Charge a Space Marine level 1. For the Emperor. Ah, new contestant. Time to fire up the Plasma Blaster again. Let me know if any audio needs to be changed. Drag your dice to the sword to use it. Yeah, it's really my only option at the moment. Nice, because you used a 5 that did 5 damage. Now it's his turn. Click the end turn button when you're ready. They gotta charge up 20 to do 10 damage. Yikes, when this thing hits 0, it's gonna hurt. Oh no, you rolled a 1. It's okay, this happens from time to time. Combat roll. Reroll a dice, 3 uses per turn. A 4, try again. A 3, one more try. This is very scripted. Bam, 6 damage. Click the end turn button when you're ready. Uh-oh. Charges for Fury, though. Whatever that does. When you take damage, it charges up your limit break. Double the next action. Click on Fury to use it. We're all charged up. Bog. Next level and 1 XP. Eat apples to restore health. And a chest. Battle Axe. Maximum of 4. Deal 2 times the rolled damage. It's another enemy. Hothead. Alright. Seems very cool so far. Battle Axe is more powerful than your sword, but it needs a 4 or less. And my sword only has 1 use per turn, so I'm going to use 6 in the sword and try to reroll to get a 4. There we go. No, really anything lower than 4 would have worked. Some equipment will inflict status effects when used. This fireball, for example, is going to burn. I think I'll place Doom RL again soon. Is that like an open source version of Doom or multiplayer version? Alright, let's see. Burn 1 dice. Get 6 damage, burn 1 dice. What does burn do? Sets next dice and fire, costs 2 HP to extinguish a die. Interesting. That's not worth it. Alright, 2 damage. And we can bob you. Very cool. Doom Roguelike. I need to check that out. Chest. Matchstick burns 1 enemy die. Can rearrange your equipment from here. Alrighty. And bump. Dice value +1. I like that. Looks like we have enough room, though. Count me interested, too. Yeah. Innate. Jester changes equipment every turn. Hey there, friend. Your enthusiasm is adorable, but I'll let you in on a secret. It's time for you to die! This music's so freaking good, though. Okay, you're gonna freeze a bunch of my dice. Interesting. 6 damage. We're gonna bump this die. Use it on the battle axe and matchstick you. Doom 1 and 2 were the first games you ever played other than Command & Conquer. When you played it initially, damage values confused you a lot? I know I said it like a million times, but this music's too freaking good. It's so solid. Because those were dice rolls, yeah. Okay, so it looks like Ice turned my dice into a 1. It turns highest value dices into a 1 when they're rolled. I'm just gonna re-roll all my dice once and see what we get. Okay. I'm gonna bump this, then use it on the battle axe. I'm gonna Fury the sword. And I'm gonna burn 1 dice. Click 1 shock, no clue what that does. But they're gonna successfully pull it off. Are you only doing status effects on me? Yeah, looks like it. Place a dice to release shock. Interesting. I'm using the battle axe no matter what. I think I'm gonna open up the sword and then re-roll this too. Oh, that worked out. Now, does shock stay between turns? I don't think it does. It looks like it went away underneath my health bar. Yeah, if it shows an empty value like this here, that just means the rolled value. Costs 2 health to open either of those. I'm just gonna bump that, even though I don't have to, and sort them. Could have sworn it was time for you to die. Is my watch wrong? What time do you make it? Huh? 2 XP and 1 gold doubloon. God. Chipsoul has done some amazing work with this. So we can use the battle axe right away, but what are your moves? Deal 6 damage, burn 1 dice, or do X damage on a 4, you can reuse it. Interesting. You only have 2 dice, so burning your dice is going to be super valuable. But it might be better just to get some raw damage out. Let's re-roll this. Okay, we got a 6. That's nice. So we can either get 2 potential damage with it, or 8 potential, or 8 guaranteed damage with it. So I'm going to use the battle axe and then burn them. Okay, they're dodging the die. They're probably going to use Pirate Hook. Yup. Okay, then. Let's reroll both of these once. See what we get. There's 8 guaranteed damage. Let's bump that value up by 1. We could have gotten a 6 with this, which I suppose I should have done, but we win either way. Very nice. Level up, you're now level 3. Maximum health is increased. Spiked shield, even deal damage, odd shield. Do 2 times damage to the enemy, but 1 times to yourself. I'll take the spiked shield. I'm honestly not super interested in it, but you know, that's fine. Another bump. This is our only reusable die, so getting another bump in here doesn't matter. We have a limited amount of active inventory space. We might also get healed when we level up, I don't know. What do you do? Deal 3 damage, reduces the countdown on all equipment by X if you get doubles. Interesting. You do have 3 dice. I'm gonna just reroll 2 of these. Gonna bump that off, deal 8 damage with the battle axe. Combat roll 1 more time. Hell yeah. Very good turn. It's pretty much our ideal turn right there. No doubles, very good for us. Get that bump, use the battle axe. That's our primary damage dealer at the moment. And a shop. Oh, a new adventurer. Come on in. Welcome to the dungeon supplies for you. I've got some great stuff in stock. Need socks, weapons, a small houseplant? I don't think I care about any of those. Do X damage and shock the enemy. The max of 3. It's not reusable, but it does give us something to actually do damage in our extra slot. What else is on this floor? Just an apple? I think we just save our money here. I'm kind of fine with what we have. Handyman, stereo head, that's a level up of some kind. Or probably a card upgrade. Fireman, let's go for the handyman. Combine the dice, deal 2 damage with 5, but it's reusable. And you have a shock. I want a science here, so if I bump the 6, that gives me an extra dice. Interesting. That's weird. I like it. Nah, we got shocked though. Shocked and slapped around a bit. Okay, my sword's disabled. I'm gonna do that little bump strat that we found out, so that we can get as much value out of Matchstick as possible. Ah, damn. Can't use that battle axe, sadly. I actually can't use either of these. Yeah. Alright, what you doing to me? Combining those to a 6 and using it on a hammer. Yup, that's fair. I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. Just gonna try to get it with 4. I guess I should have bumped the 3. Die! We are pretty hurt. 6 shooter. Do X damage. Needs a 6. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Stereo head. Stereo head is weak to shock. You do damage and weaken. Okay. Nah. 6 damage, 4 damage, 1 burn. Yeah, I'm gonna get weakened, whatever that is. Temporarily weakens a random equipment. Is that just unusable? I don't know if that did anything. We want a 3 or a 4 here. I suppose that works. They'll be able to deal 6 to us this turn. Well, that's ominous. We're just gonna bonk him though. Okay, level up. Let's see if we got healed from that. Looks like level ups do full heal. That's very good to know. What does this do? Yeah, this is an item upgrade. I'm gonna exit for now. I want to get to the shop before I spend any money upgrading things. Fireman. Fireman is weak to ice. Makes sense. Deal damage and burn. Alrighty. Let's make sure we get max damage out of that right away. Use Matchstick twice. I can try re-rolling that. I'm just gonna take a 5 at that point. 5's pretty high on average, so best to take it. Yeah, that's a rough hit. I'm gonna use my Fury here. Crap. I used my Fury the wrong way. I think I have to take 2 damage here. It's not too much of a choice. Come on, give me an even. No! Nah, it wasn't too bad. And we just win this turn. There we go. You win! That's a lot of XP I need. What's in the shop? Deal X damage and add 1 poison. I like the sound of that. Healing Crystal seems pretty solid too. All of these seem pretty good actually. I'm gonna grab Claw. I want to see the upgrade for it. Max is 5 on that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I can't upgrade any more cards. Cool. Let's get rid of Blacksmith. Not Blacksmith. Matchstick. And grab Claw. Do we grab Healing Crystal? We don't really have a slot for it, so I don't think so. Yeah, I'm just gonna heal up and move to the next floor. I'm not gonna heal just yet. Especially since we got 2 enemies between us and the exit. Yeti is weak to fire. Of course, I just swapped off of my fire move. Let's claw you. What's poison do? Lose 1 health at the start of your turn, pierces shields. Alright, that's pretty solid. Let's actually bump this so that we can re-roll it. 2 6s, could have been better. That's all we can do for now. We do lose out on a reusable item, but it's okay, I guess. Yeah, that's certainly something. Not giving me a whole lot to work with. 1 damage, take that. Honestly, we might want to consider getting rid of a sword at some point, because it doesn't do that much damage at a max. Like, this is 8 damage at a max, this is 6 damage at a max, but I'll have to have a 6. It is nice to have something versatile, though. Well. At least we get a 6. And we only need to do 1 more damage. You win! How's our health looking? We're at 12 health, but we have a Fury move. I think I gotta grab an apple here. Fighting the Rhino Beetle. What you got? Deal 2 damage. Okay, you have the Battle Axe and a Beetle Headbutt. Lock 1 dice. Ooh. First of all, Battle Axe, Claw, and then bump for the sword. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to use Fury on its Claw. That's 13 damage. This would have been 16 damage if I did it, though. I guess it would have been better just to do the Battle Axe. Okay, we got a 5, bump that up by 1, and use the sword. Very nice. This is a bit rough, but poison gets him. I completely forgot about that. Hell yeah. Okay, we have a chest. What's this shop? Why is it green? Ah. Trade your Claw Plus for a Claw Plus. That's the best deal I ever did see. Shovel. Do X damage on 6, inflict 1 weaken. Now you see, that's just straight up an upgrade to our sword. Loudbird. Let's see. Alright, I need to check something real quick. Very glad that the game doesn't mute itself. There we go. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. First of all, Battle Axe, Claw, and then bump into a Shovel. Deal damage, weaken, dodge next attack, silence enemy. Cannot use special skills. And we've been weakened. This is scary. We might get bombed here. They dodged that. Eesh. At least we can use bump. And then break that, because why not? Okay, we should be good. At least I didn't dodge the next attack. Do have this. Then we can bump for that claw. It completely removes the poison. That stinks. Loudbird's scary, man. Ew, this is real close. Okay. We win, though. By the skin of our teeth. Or not. Okay. We do still win. They had dodge on. I didn't realize. Definitely could have done that better. Shield bash needs double. Bash with shield. Do damage equal to the amount of shield I have? I think I'd rather upgrade. Can't upgrade the claw. Oh, that just makes it smaller. Giving 2 uses to bump is really good, though. This is an interesting choice. I think I'm gonna upgrade the battle axe just so I have the option to get another support skill in here. Yeah, because just having matchstick on top of that could be pretty nice. Alrighty, though. I have to use the bathroom real quick. I will be back in a second. And I return. Let's see. Well, these are certainly some interesting looking enemies. We got Baby Root, Crying Woman, Singing Woman, and Gargoyle. The Wicker Man. Wicker Man is weak to fire, as he should be. Good thing we got Matchstick back in here. Do X damage on 6, restore 2 health. Interesting. Deal 9 damage and burn 2 dice. Think I'm gonna do this and then try to re-roll until I get me a 4. Well, 3 works too. I'll take it. It's a good 6 damage there. There's another nice 6 damage. We can do 5 damage with that, and then we can burn some of their dice. Or attempt to burn some of their dice. Well, we got 1 burn in there. We do have our limit break. I think I might want to try to save that for after this fight, though. This guy doesn't seem too bad. Bop him with a 4. I can't do anything with 5. 5s are useless to me. And then I guess we... Oh, I suppose I can do some stuff with 5s. Just burn him with the matchstick. Well, this fight went very well. Enemy got rather unlucky. Just bonk him over the head with our shovel. Could upgrade the shovel, which gives us the potential to add more weaken. Upgrading bump would be pretty nice. Ooh. Matchstick using any type of die is great. That just means we can throw all of our spare dice in there. Yeah, definitely doing that. Don't have to worry as much about getting that thing rolled. And a gargoyle. You only have 2 dice. What do you have? Lock of dice. They can do that twice a turn if they get a 1. Do 3 damage, do 3 damage, do 3 damage, do 3 damage. Ooh. It's potentially scary. I can see them getting a pretty nasty combo off on us. First of all, though, we use that battle axe. We bump this up to a 6. Bonk you, get you weakened up. Slap you with a claw and a matchstick. Okay. Then they won't be able to go too crazy on us, at least. That weaken came in handy. Saved us 3 damage. Okay, we got a 4. Very nice. And a 6. Hell yeah. I'm gonna bump this up. Use that. Use that. Slap him with a poison, and then throw the rest of these dice in the matchstick. Burning both of his dice will be pretty nice. Hey, can't really use anything. I suppose he can use glare. Let's see. Cannot use a dice. Okay. Stinks a bit, but let me just get that dice back real quick. And he's dead anyway. Cool. Hee hee hee, the rocks will crush you and you will perish here alone. Why was that in parentheses? Huh? I'm confused. Let's get healed up. Grab a chest. Another pea shooter. Not interested. Spatula. Flip a dice upside down. Huh. That's really interesting. I think I'm just gonna upgrade equipment, though. Getting bumped 2 uses could allow us to use matchstick an extra time. Really, right now, I'm looking for a better primary. We could get healed. How close are we to leveling up? We're level up in 9 XP. I think I'll try to take on Aurora and then go back to the shop to heal if we need it. What are your moves? You like to lock my dice and then recover 3 health. I'm guessing whenever you change the weather, it changes what moves you have. Okay, right away I'm going to use Fury. Come out swinging with the battle axe. Then we can reroll this 2. Alright, we got another 5. That is perfect. Get me a 6, get me a poison on you, and get me a burn as well. Hell yeah. I don't think that weaken really did anything for us. They get to lock 3 dice. That stinks. Okay, cool. We got a 6, and then we can get 2 extra dice out of that. Very good. Oh, interesting. They lose all of their moves when they do that. 3 damage and shock. I don't mind shock too much. Okay, they didn't get my bump. That is very fine. And they're down. Very good. Alright, killing that 1 level 5 person on this floor should get us to the next level. We definitely need that healing from the shop, though. Let's yoink that and go take on the singer. What do you do? Weakens, deals a lot of damage. Okay. Not too awful, but you do have 4 dice. Gonna bump that for an extra die. Then I'm gonna bump this to get it up to 4. We slap you with a battle axe. We slap you with a shovel. We claw, then just dump the rest of our dice into matchstick. Very nice. This build's pretty good. We don't have a specific build going on, but we're relatively good. Alright. Claw has been downgraded. I'm gonna just re-roll all these ones. Well, this works out just fine. Stop singing when I hit you. It's weird. Okay. We got one weaken from that. Shouldn't be too awful. Alright, you went after my bum. Stinks a little bit, but I just want a 4 from it anyway. Very cool. That sucks. Well, adversity fuels art. I'll turn this into a song. I mean, to be fair, that fight was rather unfair. Like, she had a piano, I had a sword. Now the odds would have definitely been in her favor if the piano was comically on a rope pulley directly suspended above my head. That would have changed things, but you know, that's not how it went. Warrior versus Eighth? How do I say that? Okay then, let's just continue. Gotta go have fun, Dice Man? I will. I really appreciate you being here, Voidago. Alright, let's see what you do. Hey, it's over, Ice Kid. Or Dice Kid. No problem, anytime. Alright. You have shield, broadsword, and a charge. Use some potentially nasty ramp up. You also have 5 dice, but I have 5 dice too now. This should be interesting. Let me just re-roll all this gunk. So using a Fury on a battle axe is the most use that we're going to get out of it at any given time, so we might as well use it while we have it. I would actually like to re-roll one of these 3s. Another 5. That's fine. I should have bumped it. I was stupid. Gonna claw you, then we're gonna matchstick. And we shall end turn. Okay. A bit rough. 7 shield I have to work through now. To reroll all these 1s. And nothing great. Slap you with a battle axe. Do I even bother using a shovel this turn? I don't think I do. I think I'm just gonna bump this twice, put it in the claw, and then use a matchstick. I still have no clue how I'm supposed to pronounce her name. It's a little bit rough, but she only had 7 shield. It's not too bad. Limit break. Really, we have another Fury. Don't mind if I do. Oh, let's bump this for an extra die. Let's bump this for another extra die. Reroll all these 1s we got laying around. Deal 6. Deal... No! I wanted to finish my combo. But we have won. Congratulations! Your very first victory. Am I super strong now? Well, no. But look, you're off to a great start. You've beaten a whole episode. Just 35 increasingly difficult episodes to go. Wait, what? 35? Increasingly difficult? And of course, every time you beat one, you get to spin the wheel. And if the wheel comes up on a star, you get to leave the dungeon and take home your heart's desire. Get ready to spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. You're not chanting. Oh, sorry. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Here we go. Whee. Well. Oh, bad luck. No prize this time, but never mind. There are plenty of episodes to come. Spin the wheel! Spin the wheel! You can stop chanting now. Episode 1, the Warrior's Welcome has been complete. Hell yeah. You've unlocked the Thief. Alrighty, as much as I'd like to play more of this, I have 2 other games to get to today. We might come back to it, but also I have 2 demos that I'm interested in checking out after everything else lined up. So let's work on getting swapped over to Fights in Tight Spaces. Alrighty, let's start getting that loaded up. Sadly, we have to say goodbye to Dicey Dungeon soundtrack. It's very nice. Made with Unity. Fights in Tight Spaces. It is apparently loading. Alright, everything seems to be in check. Very nice. Alrighty. Fights in Tight Spaces. Let's create a new game. Hell yeah. Deck draft mode. More relaxed playthrough. No, we can go classic. I see the tutorial was on the basic mode, so that allows for restarts. 8 and 11, sir, we have a number of emergent situations for your combat skills. Balanced, a deck that contains attack, defense, and combo in equal measure. Interesting. Other starter decks we can unlock. And we don't really have a choice here. Let's see, we can skip section 11 training. I mean, I suppose we could do it again in order to gain some upgraded cards, I think. But whatever. Death's Head Biker Game. Let's begin. Tattoo Studio. Targets 3. Rewards are cards and money. Very good. Small area, though. Might be rough to maneuver. Okay, you're both punching that space. Deal 4 damage plus 1 damage per combo. Range 1 or 2. I don't have any way to move enemies around here. You're both feeling about 6 damage. Move up to 2 tiles. Okay, I'm not getting attacked anymore. I really should have punched before I did that. Oh, we don't gain any retry tokens. That is interesting. Odd. Yeah, and I can only hit stuff directly adjacent to me. I guess I'll quick block and then end my turn. Move to either side of an adjacent enemy. Let's move behind you real quick. We don't really have the ability to activate a lot of our attacks. We just have to rely on bopping them a bit here. Can't really build our combo. We do have the ability to move somebody. Move 1 tile in any direction. I mean, that works. You can also just front kick this guy into the wall near us. Okay, this will deal 13 damage right now. Let's get 1 more damage before we kill this guy. Let's kick you into the wall. You're going to take 8 damage from that. Then we can... Oh, yeah. He has to be adjacent to a wall, so that was not the correct play. I guess we can just bop you. Get crushed. I feel like if I hit you out of the way, you're still gonna attack me. Yeah, because you have 2 attack range. You're only hitting me for 5 damage, so I can just block, though. Oh, you kicked me and moved me. That is good to know. Yeah, if that happens again, I'm getting knocked out of the place. That's what that arrow sign means. How much health you have? You still have 14. Let's shift behind you. Push you in front of the doorway. You're just gonna get killed by your friend there. And let's see. I mean, I guess I'll punch you in order to build up some combo. We just end our turn here, though. I mean, I'll play counter, because why not? And he's just gonna get booted out of the place. Let's get up close to you and use a head smash. Hell yeah. That didn't actually finish you off because you had like 1 health left, but whatever. It's because we moved one, we lost 1 combo because we took a movement action. Next page. We completed both challenges. Very good. Gain 1 momentum. That's just a free energy. Deal 4 damage and add 2 bleeding when the target has no block. Bleeding's really nice, but I honestly might just want another front kick. Because I want to be able to move around the enemies as much as possible. I'd rather go to the gym than the medical room, so I have to go to that restroom. Let's see where I'm dropping. Alright. Yeah, these guys just have a flat 2 attack range. They deal 6 damage apiece, though. What can I do here? I can block it all by just playing a quick block and a block. Then I can push them into the wall, I guess. Yeah, get slapped. I would have preferred a counter or something here, but you know, whatever. I think we're fine here. We're gonna get bonked a bit. I guess I should have moved so that the enemies would have moved to target me. Because where they're currently positioned, it doesn't give me much to work with. So, quick strike, you're down. Counter. And I don't want to move, though. I'm gonna have to. I'll lose out on some combo, though. Just move closer to them. Force the enemies to move up. Okay, they're gunmen. Alrighty. I'm gonna want to move here. Front kick you into your buddy over there. Do I have anything else fun I can do? I don't want to kill you. Because then your buddy's just gonna shoot me. Let's slip here. There isn't too much we can do in the ways of getting somebody in front of someone else. Now that you two are already shooting. You're already pretty much dead. We don't have too much that we can do here. Like, I'll hammer fist you, and you just die. I guess I'll just frontal block, and I can't really do anything else. I'd rather save my emergency move. Alright, we're going to long strike you. Then we're gonna head smash you into the wall. And we reached the 5 combo. At least I think we did. We might have been at 4 combo, I don't know. And I think we can just counter to kill you. Yeah, because that's 8 block, you deal 6 damage. That wasn't the card I thought it was it? Yeah, that was quick block, not counter. Thank you. I know this is the discard pile. Let me back. Okay, I have to right click to exit that. Just kick you. And it is over. Next page. We didn't reach 5 combos, so we didn't get much money. There's a head smash. Another counter wouldn't be bad, but let's see. What's this do? Deal 4 damage and apply -2 damage to the target. Does not trigger auto attack. Huh. That's interesting, but I don't want to make my deck too thick. I already have too many cards to start off with as is. So right away, I'm going to remove a step, I think. Yeah. Then can we actually upgrade anything else? We can upgrade the long strike. What does that upgrade to? 9 damage. It's not great. Yeah, I'm fine with just removing a card. Between slip and dash, we're fine on movement skills. Alright, flamethrower man behind the counter. We got a gunner as well. Yeah, that's a bit spooky. Can I get you to trigger? Not unless I move in this space. Stinks a bit. Honestly, just lead off with a head smash. Head smash, kick you out of the way, and then sidestep if you're still in range. You are not still in range, so I'm just gonna long strike you. And we just end our turn there. I'm fine with that. We have 3 combo, which is nice. Oh, that gunner has 20 health, and you have 40 with 9 shield. That's scary. You also have 3 range. Huh. So first of all, we're gonna shift. Then we're gonna push you in front of the gun goober. What do we do here? I want to use emergency move and start beating on the armored dude, I think. Getting that gunner out from behind the counter would be nice too, but we should be able to do that just from here. Yeah, you take out that guy for me. Hi. What do you do? Low rank but extra tough. Short range attack, deal 8 damage, but you also gain block. Okay. You are behind me. Let's see what we want to do here, though. This is 10 damage. Unless they take reduced damage from being knocked into that. I don't know exactly how knocking people into things works just yet. We can just eat your attack, which would actually be kind of nice because the pistol man's probably going to move over here. Yeah, let's do that as a matter of fact. Hell yeah. Let's kick you into the wall, get rid of some of that health, start working on you. Then we are going to want to just step away from that whole situation. We don't want any part in that. I'll activate a block and then just wait. Okay. It's not exactly how I hoped that would go, but you know, whatever. Combo finisher. This will do 16 damage. I do also have slip. I have 4 combo currently. Okay. Let's slip, bonk you with a long strike, and then combo finisher you. That leaves us the welder to deal with. Let's end our turn. You're still pretty dang chonky. We have 3 turns to complete the fight, though. Front kick you. Get away from me. Front kick, hammer fist, and then knee sidestep. I don't know if we actually did any damage to him on that turn. So push, it's free, we might as well. Let's see. You deal 10 damage. That's 8 block. I think we just long strike, hammer fist, and then take a step to the side. It's boring, but it's safe. We do have combo finisher. So we kick you. Just quick strike you. And then we can kill you out with a combo finisher. Very nice. There we go. I actually kind of want to see the replay on that one. He got bonked. Yeah, this battle was a bit rough, but we pulled out pretty nicely. We didn't take any damage, so I'm happy. The welder dude was just so tough here. He has so much health with that passive armor on top of it. Just keep him shoving him into the counter. Hell yeah. Oh, it was a mini-boss, apparently. You know, that makes sense. Jolt increased combo by 4. I do really like that. Move target to any adjacent tile within the board. No combat gain. Target will face away from you. Oh. Oh, now that's interesting. I really like grapple because it gives us some potential to manipulate the enemy movements, get them to hit each other more often. It is also a free move. Jolt will just increase the damage of most of our cards, but it does still limit our options a little bit. I think I'll take grapple. Okay. A random event, and there's a gym after there. Yeah, I don't really care about the... Share some of your intel, lose 50 coins. Sure. They thank you, but there's nothing they can give you in return yet. Interesting. I'm guessing the next event I stop at will have a good reward there. We can't really justify stopping at the gym because we just lost all of our money. So I think we have to stop at this bathroom. Okay, you're kicking, you're punching. You know, if we do move you here, that'll stop an enemy from spawning in this turn. I'm gonna long strike you, shift out of the way. Yeah, I didn't really get the order of that down right. I should have kicked before I pushed that guy away, but you know, we're still doing good. Let's move you over here. Now, here's where we commit a little bit of science. If I have counter enabled, will this guy getting knocked into me be countered? No, it just didn't hurt me. Okay, good to know nonetheless. Let's just kick you away. We can sidestep and then beat on this guy a little bit. Bonk. Alrighty, next turn. It's going pretty smoothly so far. You have 20 health. I think you're the last dude as well. I'm using Hammer Fist on you. I should have quick kicked them, but also that wouldn't have killed them. Can use my emergency move while I have it. Fight should end relatively shortly, so I don't have to worry too much about using it. Alright, front kick should move you over to him. Give me the opportunity to use that push. Get in the wall. And you know, let's combat. Combat finisher? Combo finisher, yeah. Alright, we got both objectives done. We got the casheronis. I do really like puncture. Discard a random card, moved up to 3 tiles. It's not bad. I really like slip as well. I think I'd take puncture just because it's such a nice counter against blocked enemies. Let me double check what bleeding does. Characters lose health equal to their bleeding at the start of the turn, then bleeding reduces. Okay. It's just really nice to be able to counter block to some degree. So, Motorcycle Club, Event, Dumpster Alley, Gym, and then the boss of this level. Motorcycle Club time it is, though. How fitting that we should run into the biker gang in the Motorcycle Club. Alright, and you're a mini-boss for this level. Let's knock you back a little bit, or well, punch you anyway. Can't knock you back just yet. You are only attacking directly in front of you. I'm gonna use my emergency move right away. That's gonna cause her to trigger, I think. Then I'm gonna kick you into her radius. Quick block, and then we can end our turn. Hell yeah. Oh, this is freaking perfect. Oh, yeah. This is great. They're both just gonna shoot each other. What's the turn order? Yep, that works out just fine for us. Head smash will make her turn to me, so I'm not gonna do that. That was great. I think I want to front kick you. I should have pushed then front kicked, then I would have been able to step back from that. Too late, though. Just gotta end our turn. Alright. Let's slip to your side. Bonk it around a bit. Gotta complete the fight within 5 more turns. Alright, come into my rage cage, boys. We can deal 20 damage with this. Yeah, this is pretty nice so far. Let's just kick you a bit, and then we should be able to finish you off just fine. Hell yeah. We'll move in front of you with a counter. Just so that we can get that bit of extra damage off. Bonk you. Can I move you into a wall with grapple? No, it has to be on an actual adjacent space. Oh, I can just head smash you. I biked the biker gang. Hell yeah. Fight went very well. If combo is over 5, gain 6 combo. That's pretty crazy. Combo counter, add 10 block, deal 8 damage plus 2 per combo to incoming attackers. Oh. That's just a crazy block. Hell yeah. Now I'm probably going to want to grab a movement ability next. Let's see what this event is. Received a message about an MI6 agent who is in over their head. Go and assist them. Yeah, lose 10 health, upgrade a card. Alrighty. Upgrading push would be pretty nice because it's more or less a free action. What does puncture do? Does that increase the bleed? It increases the bleed to 6. Hell yeah. Let's see. We're 30 out of 40 health. That's fine. That is enhanced targets, but there's a card upgrade. I don't know. I think I'm just going to try to go to the gym. This is a very small room, though. Not a lot to work with here. Oh, who are you? Ninjas. Where did you come from? Just 12 damage up to 3 tiles away. Damn. You guys are pretty crazy. You should just attack that dude, though. You might just end up attacking each other. And we don't actually have much we can do here. I'm going to take a step backwards just to be extra safe. But yeah, we can't do much. Oh, they start off with 32 health. Damn. Let's see. I don't have anything to close the distance right now. Emergency move, slip. We are going to kick you into there. Not actually going to do too much for us. But you know, that's fine. I'm safe. That's what matters. Now, this ain't great. I think we're taking damage here no matter what. I can make you guys kick each other at the very least. Okay, that's 6 damage, that is 7 damage. And we just take a step over here. Yeah. That stinks a bit. Oh, we still have an extra energy. I guess I should have played that. We negated quite a bit of the damage, but it still ain't great. I'm gonna puncture you. Front kick you. Should have moved for that. Yes, we did. Then I'm going to cry. I guess I'm cornering myself. That's not great. I can't just kill one of them. I'll do that. Ah, dang, I shouldn't have combo finished over there. Let's get out of this corner. We're gonna take a little bit more damage. Only 2 damage, though. So it's not awful. Was not expecting to run into ninjas here. Let's move you over here. Just slip over on this side. Bonk you around a bit. I'm actually gonna leave you alive just because I want you to kick your buddy over there. You deal more damage than I can in one ability. Quick block. Strike, and then we take a step back. Well, we long strike, then take a step back. Alrighty. This fight's been a little bit rough. Hammer fist him. We can just kill you. So I will. Get dumpstered. Yeah, we definitely didn't complete that within 6 turns. Combo is uncapped for the next 2 turns. Didn't know there was a combo cap. Deal 4 damage, add 2 bleeding with the target has no block. Boulder an obstacle into an empty tile, gain 1 momentum in 1 combo, or move 2 tiles. That's not bad. I could definitely use some help, though. Do we want to remove something? I want to get rid of Quick Strike, wherever that is. Yeah, Quick Strike just isn't good. Quick Block giving us 12 block is incredible, though. So let's grab that and move on to the pub. We're in very rough shape here, but hopefully we can deal with the boss. Alrighty. First of all, move you over here. Steal your kidneys. And then punch you around a bit. Okay, let's see. Wow, that boss does a lot of damage. They do 45 damage, what the hell? Oh, no, that's their health, I forgot. 16, 25. Alright. I can get 18 block max, so that's not happening. Hey, welcome on in, Terran Core. I was in your stream earlier. How did Fortnite go? Let's see. There you go. Alrighty. thinking that we just block a ton, get our combo counter up, and then we step back. We're only going to get hit by the boss this way. This guy I don't think's going to shoot the boss. We'll see. It takes some bleed damage. We do... Double counter does work. That's very nice. And he gets shot by one of his buddies. Alright. I mean, we can just kill you here. You get away from me, and then he'll bleed to death. I'm pretty sure bleed damage ticks down before they take an action. We have 4 combo. Step over here. Steal a bunch of damage to you. Actually, I should just try to block that. Oh, well, we can do both. Never mind. I forgot I upgraded the quick block. Alright. We got an extra AP anyway. Oh, we just win when the boss dies. That's very nice. So we got the bonus objective done. Very good. Remove combo cap, lose all combo if you play no attacks in a turn. I don't want that. Increasing card draw is very nice. Choose from 1 extra card reward at the end of each fight is also pretty good. I think I just want the card draw. Giving me more options to move the enemies around will always be good. Good work, Agent 11. You've disrupted a large part of the Death Head's infrastructure. It was nothing. What's next on the agenda? Take a look. We gotta go fight the insiders. Alright, this is the prison place. Alrighty, cell 2B. 2B or not 2B? That is the question. And did I get healed after the boss fight? Let's see what our health's at. Yep, we did get healed. Very good. First of all, let's see. That is a solid object. We do have dash as well. First of all, I'm going to kick you into the wall. You guys only have 1 attack range, yeah? Yes. Let's grab you, move you over here. Bop you a bit and just get some damage floating around. Then we just step out of the way and let that happen. Okay. This could be a bit rough. Guy's dealing 10 damage, ignoring block. Guy's dealing 11 damage, +1 every turn he survives. What's your attack range? No clue. Let's kick you out of the way to see. Your attack range is 1. Very good. How much damage are you dealing? You're dealing 11 damage to me. I can just counter that. As a matter of fact, I can just kill you. So I think I'll do that. Ends my combo, but you know that's fine. Okay. Puncture you. Always want to get this used when I can. Can I vault over people with this? I cannot. You're dealing 12 damage. I can block and counter. I can't block and counter. Yeah, let's push you into the wall to get some extra free damage out there. And then we skedaddle over here. End turn, let you take your bleed. Okay, they're just gonna move up to us. This is actually pretty good for us. So what we want to do is we want to shift behind this guy. How much health you at? You're at 9 health. That works for us. Gonna kick you in front of him. We're just gonna bop each other around a bit. Then we step over here and wait until next turn. Okay, you just die from bleed anyway. You deal 14 damage. Not too bad. We want to finish this fight within 2 turns, ideally, though. Push you into the wall, get some free damage. Does that increase our combo? It does. Head Smash gets rid of all of our combo. That stinks. We won't be able to pull off combo finisher this turn. But we will be able to kill you. And just step out of the way, allow this guy to move in front of us next turn, and then commit some shenanigans. As a matter of fact, we might as well use the emergency move while we have it. Move you over here, because why not? Puncture those organs real quick. And quick kick. Not too much we can do, sadly. And we lost the challenge, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we did. Puncture those organs again real quick. Yeah, you're just dying to bleed. For science, okay, yeah, bleed does tick down before their turn ends. Delayed gratification. Gain 2 momentum at the start of your next turn. So spend 1 energy now, gain 2 energy later. Palm Strike's interesting too. Spend 1 energy, gain 2 later. It's not bad, but I honestly, how many cards do we have? We have 18 cards. I'm comfortable with up to around 23. I'll take it. Let's go to the exercise yard. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, these guys have automatic attack, don't they? Or did they just armored? Some enemies are immune to damage from the front. Oh! Well, ain't that just wonderful? Okay. Yeah, armed with a riot shield can't be harmed from the front. Huh. There really ain't much I can do here. Just have to be really careful not to get surrounded. Okay, you only have an attack range of 1, though. This allows me to get on either side of you. Being able to whip on the riot shield guy would be pretty nice. Gives me some options to work with. Yeah, I can't head smash you. Diagonals don't count as adjacent. Yeah, not too much I can do here. Just gonna knock you out of the way, and then we're gonna block up a bit. Okay. You do 11, you guys only deal 4 damage. Now that's interesting. Can I still shiv you? It doesn't do damage, but it will bleed. Okay. I can't outblock all of that. You guys do move me when you hit me, though. So that's interesting to know. Go over to the wall. We're just gonna step over here real quick and end our turn. Alrighty. You two are doing pretty nasty damage. I'm not getting too many options here. We have front kick. I'll pop delayed gratification. Front kick you. Just get out of here. I should have pushed and then front kicked so that I could close some distance for free. Hindsight 2020. I'm no longer being attacked though, so I guess that works out. Still just don't have many options. That knocks you down. Kind of nice. We can hammer fist you, because why not? And I should have quick kicked them before. Or no, I just wouldn't have had the option to do that anyway. Ignore me. I'm dumb. Issue is all of these guys have one attack range, so it's kind of a pain to actually get them to slap each other. But we do actually have the opportunity here. I did that very wrong. Huh. Ideally, I'd like to shiv this guy. You only deal 4 damage? Do we have any block? We do. And I can actually just move you over there, so we're not taking damage anyway. It probably would have been best to let them attack us. We would have been able to see if our counter would actually do damage to them anyway. But, you know, that's fine. They should more or less just bleed out, so we're good on that. So, quick kick you. How much damage are you doing? You're doing 11. Ugh. Yeah, we're just not getting the cards we need when we need them here. I'll just block. We'll get knocked around a bit by this guy, but that's fine. Damage isn't bad, but we can make that better. I think I'm just gonna do this, then front kick the other guy to move closer to them. Oh, we do have more action points because I used the watch last turn as well. Counter is only 8 block. Okay, so I'm just going to take a step back. Sucks having to move around so much because we can't actually build up our counter or our combo, which is part of our counter. Okay, you can get bopped around by that man, please. I'll smash your skull against the wall. Quick block, because why not? We'll shift over here and steal this guy's organs. Yeah, you're not quite gonna die from bleeding. That stinks a bit. They're still not adjacent to a wall, technically. Keep on forgetting that. Whatever, front kick deals with you just nicely. Then we slip over here and hammer fist you. Hell yeah. These battles are starting to take a little while. I'm not getting the combos up anymore. Every time you deal damage this turn, add 2 bleeding when the target has no block. Interesting. Throat Sponge seems pretty valuable. Just being able to stun something, stopping it from working against me. We have no freaking money because we can't get any of the challenges done. Yeah. Canteen it is. This is mildly concerning. Enemies with combo attacks hit you multiple times during a single attack. If you have dodge, this means you will only be able to dodge one of the multi-attacks. Damage modifiers apply to each of the multiple attacks. Some enemies can heal themselves and their allies. Oh, fantastic. So you suck. You deal 18 damage. How much block do I have? And you only deal 8 damage. Okay. So we're gonna grapple you, buddy. I'm gonna move you over here. Front kick this man into the wall. I think we just head smash then sidestep. Unless we have something that can deal 11 damage, which we do not. Oh, let's see. He's doing 8 damage. Well, we can just counter that and then hopefully counterattack. Never mind, it has knockback. All these Riot Shield dudes, not Riot Shield, Riot Guards in general are pretty spooky. Okay, let's pop you. Not gonna actually get much out of that, though. We can gain 10 block. No, we can gain 20 block. So we can actually go in front of this guy and trigger counter multiple times. I think I'll do that. But I punched the dude at the beginning of my turn, so I can't actually do that. We'll take a bit of damage here. What? It only counters once? That's just not good. That's not okay. Stun is a negative status effect that prevents enemies from attacking if it goes into the effect the moment they get stunned and clears after one turn. And you have auto attack. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're not in great shape here. We do have Vault, though. I should have tried to do more, but I'm pretty sure that guy's auto attack would just trigger on every action. And you're gonna heal all your buddies, aren't you? That's what that question mark probably is. Let's throat punch you. Don't do that. And we'll just end our turn here. So you're dealing 18 damage. And we have more than enough block to deal with that. Might as well head smash you. This is a rough map. Really stinks that multi-attacks don't trigger counter multiple times. It's pretty stupid, actually. Alright. We need shift here. Shift, front kick him into the way. They're gonna get killed. Alright. I'm just gonna have to start moving out from behind those tables. Okay, get out of my way. Giving us some breathing room here. I'd love to use puncture on one of the armored guys. but I don't have that option. In fact, I can't do it at all because I did my turn in the wrong order again. Oh boy. Just gonna take a step over here and end my turn. Okay. We have Slip. It's pretty nice. You deal 10 damage, but you pierce through block. So I'm gonna slip to the side, then I'm gonna front kick you into your buddy. That way you both take a bit of damage. And I'll just delay gratification here. Getting an extra 6 damage ain't the most useful. Especially since they all just got healed by a crap ton. Boom. That is fantastic. Okay. Well, we might just be trapped here and kind of screwed. Actually, we're only taking guaranteed 10 damage. Let's fix that. Push you into the wall there. Why not? Okay, that is just death. I didn't realize that there was a door there. Hopefully your buddy's gonna shoot you here. We got that going for us at least. Yup. This ain't great. Do we have shift? No, we only have slip, which actually works out better for us. Push you, free action, get us some damage. Okay, I'm gonna front kick you. And then, let's see. I actually think I'm just fine with it. What's the attack order? The boss is going last, so they're not going to knock the boss towards me and then he's going to be attacked. Or no, they'll be able to knock the boss towards me and they might be able to attack after that. So, you know, I'm going to take a step back because I'm scared of that possibility. Nope, they just killed the boss for me. Okay, you have 23. That stinks a bit. Pop a counter, a throat punch. Just to make sure that they can't do anything to us. And then we hammer fist, just to get as much damage out as we can. We're getting slapped around a bit, but that should be okay. Moving over here, puncturing this guy's stomach. Then I'm going to combo finisher him because I just really don't like him. And we're just going to, yeah, I'm cool with that. They bleed out, do Half-Life Ragdoll. Throat punch you again. Front kick, and we win. Very good. And we're not getting any money from these fights. Add 3 bleeding to all enemies. It costs 2 energy, though. Draw X cards, remove all momentum. Interesting. Gain +2 damage modifier every turn for 5 turns. We're never going to have the opportunity to play that, so I'm just going to skip. Event. It's your annual review. Do you deserve a pay raise? Yes. Your boss accepts your arguments and gives you a pay raise. Okay. That is the most unrealistic thing I've seen in a video game. Alrighty. Who we gotta deal with in here? You a kickboxer? Yeah, looks like it. What do you do? Has attack target, will auto attack. Gains 10 block every turn. You're also a mini boss. Yeah, kindly get the hell away from me. That's gonna move us into him. We don't want to do that. How much damage you deal? You deal 10 damage. If they have no block, they receive an injury card. Will that make you auto-attack him? It will. And we can just kick you a bit. We might as well spend all our energy that we can. They got auto-attacked again. Very good. Now if I move you over here, you should auto-attack your buddy, right? Hell yeah. I'm gonna front kick you into your buddy again. Delayed gratification, and then I'm just gonna long strike you in the back, because why not? $16 damage right now. We can do better than that. I'm gonna use our emergency move and puncture this guy. Getting some bleed on an armored target's super valuable. Okay. We're gonna hammer fish this guy and then combo finisher him. Get a good chunk of health damage done. Very nice. Then we're just gonna block. Yeah, there's really no reason for us to move here. Mini boss is down. You sadly move to a good position. I'm gonna front kick you. You have like no health left anyway. How much health do you have? You have 16. That stinks. Just gonna throw punch you. Does that cause your armor to still regen? It does. No matter what, I need to get you one tile away from me immediately. Let's get you closer to a wall. Grapple you over here. Slip to the side, puncture up a bit. And we actually just have a ton of block cards. Okay. I'm gonna quick block here. Gonna head smash. That's not quite enough to kill him, but our block should deal with the auto attack. And they're just gonna die on their next turn due to bleed. Hell yeah. We didn't save the informant. I didn't realize there was one. Whoops. Deal 16 damage, force the target to turn and attack immediately. Interesting. That works out really nicely if we have, what's it called? Counter in our hand at the same time. Let's see. What's Steel Self do? Next attack deals twice as much damage. That's interesting, but we don't have any funny combos to pull off with that. I'm just going to skip a card here. Exercise Yard. 4 targets, but they're enhanced. Okay. Bit spooky. Okay. You will counter any incoming attacks that you can. We're going to move over here. We're gonna throw punch this guy. Then we are going to puncture the big man. You counter any attacks. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. You really suck, don't you? Okay, quick block no matter what here. You deal 8 damage here. Have that. Let's move you over here, why don't we? Let's front kick you. Get you out of here. I'll just take a step back towards this wall. We might be able to get some value out of Head Crush over here. So front kick, just to get a little bit of movement in for free. Then we are going to shift behind Big Man. Push him. He's going to get hit by the other guy, and we're just going to delay gratification for more value on our next turn. As long as the big man doesn't get to go right next to me, I am happy. Okay, you only have one attack range, but you are doing 15 damage. I'm gonna have to spend 2 points in movement, which sucks a bit. Just gonna head smash you real quick. Don't mind me. Which might have been a really dumb idea, because now they're looking at me. You got 15 health left. Let's take 8 damage or take 14 damage. Either way, I die instantly. I have to just use emergency move here. And I also did that wrong. Whoops. Okay, grapple. You two can deal with each other. Why not? Let's do some kicking shenanigans. You have 7 health left. This is gonna kill you, but I can just get out of the way. I'm just gonna take a step back here. Let's see what the AI does for that. Alrighty. How much do you guys do? You do 12 damage. You have how much health? You got 17 health, you got 20. Okay. Let's long strike you. Get some damage out. This isn't gonna kill you. We're gonna take half of our remaining health worth in damage, but you know, that's a price I'm willing to pay. Actually, we might not have to. We can deal 14 damage and kill you. We are gonna stand in front of Fat Man, though, and we just get insta-killed now. That was a bad move. I would have died from that anyway. Actually, no, I had block. I wouldn't have died from that. But we got kicked out of the map, so we have failed. Rip. Alright, let's get that game closed out, and we are going to be moving on to Voidago, which has just hit its 1.0 release. It's a very underrated roguelike. I've been following it in early access for a little bit. My Twitch isn't responding, so I can't actually change the game. Give me a second. There we go. And I'm gonna go refill my water while that loads up. Let me just run an ad break real quick, and Twitch got rid of my ad break things again. Very fun. There we go. And I am back. Alright. So if you're wondering what Voidago is, it's sort of a cross between Nuclear Throne and Enter the Gungeon with its own, like, little art style. It's pretty nice. The animations are very well done. And let's hop right into it. I'm gonna have to start a new save file because 1.0 goo. And yeah, it is time. No, I don't want to go into my old save. I want to delete my current save. Hello, please. Quit to main menu. I don't know how to delete the save. Let's figure that out. That's just my save from early access. Are you sure? Yes. There we go. It is time to begin.
Story about pillars of light older than time, and the keepers that defended them. Under blue skies, in the blink of an eye, the darkness came and tested them. And even in spite of all of their might, the darkness outlasted them.
Spooky.
Do not worry. This is just the beginning. You do not know who you are, but the anti-void calls for you, so you know where you're going.
We can skip the tutorial. Let's see if I remember all the controls real quick. B to reload, A to use our dodge roll, which is actually a jump. And left trigger to sprint. I don't know what left bumper does, if anything. We can melee with right bumper. Alrighty. I'll just skip the tutorial. I played the game a decent amount. And let's just hop right into a run. Press X to leave the camp. Drash. Drash's memory is hazy. She cannot quite remember how she got here, or from where, but one thing is for certain, Anti-Void has chosen her to clear the corruption throughout the universe. Maybe this purpose will help her find clarity. It locked an Anti-Void combo strike. Stomping on the heads of multiple foes in a row charges the power of the Anti-Void within, and landing on the ground releases it. The begunner or locked. Okay. Let's just go with a nice deep green. Rogue is best suited for players who have previous experience in action roguelike games. Hell yeah. Let's go with it.
The Shramblings worship muscular warriors from the past. Statues depict...
For whatever reason, my controls were locked for a little bit there.
To obtain now
Oh, this is gonna frickin' screw me up for Elden Ring. Oh no. Alright, settings. I'm gonna need to rebind all of these controls, and it is going to be awful. Can I not? Gamepad. Okay. I would like dodge to be B, reload and reset to be X. And use can just be A, I guess. Yeah, that's much better. I've been playing Elden Ring lately, so having dodge roll on A on my controller is just unholy. And I just tried to press A to dodge. You know, let me just reset all of those to default because I do have some muscle memories for the muscle memory for this game. And let's just do a quick restart there. Just ignore that. Cut the camera. Cut it. Alrighty. Now for reals this time. Let's hope I don't get tilted for Elden Ring. Alright. Free weapon right off the bat. Jumbo Dart. This game actually has a pretty robust melee system. Ooh, they did improve the melee telegraphs. That was an issue I had with it in early access. Oh, cool, we got their weapon. It's nice. Screw it, let's just drop the starter weapon. All the little pots that are shiny on the ground giving me bits of currency to pick up. Ah. Didn't attack quite fast enough. This weapon has a slow wind-up. Skip challenge. Hey, welcome back, Megarars. Solar. Extremely strong gravity that pulls you and projectiles to the ground. Why are there enemies that can attack me in here? Slept for an hour or so? Nice. A buried formless will throw golden chunks at you. I'm guessing we just have, yeah, we just have projectiles thrown at us periodically. Wow, that was pretty fast. Very nice. And now we get some items. What is this? 8 scope high heels? Direct bullets to the last stomp location? That's interesting. Bullet ring on reload. Combo stomp for bones. That sounds really cool, even though I don't actually shoot bullets right now. Rat loot. Hell yeah. Rats. Always gotta go for rats. And you know I will buy this. Might as well stay topped off. There's some more money in here. Oh, there's another golden pot. Gotta get all the loot. Okay, the attack patterns on this mace are very weird. It's gonna take a bit of getting used to. Gotta get that rat loot. Rats just run out and attack enemies randomly. Can I break through walls with this? I can. No, get the money. The longer money's on the ground is the lower its value becomes. You see the bar on the top right? I need to fill that to gain a currency. There really just kind of nothing in here? So whatever this is. Trade weapon for an upgrade bundle. I'll do that once I actually have some items. Because right now I only have the one item and I'm not really that big of a fan of it. Or no, I have 2 items. I got the rat loot. I wouldn't mind some better rat loot, but I don't know how much that's going to actually help me out with bosses. Just deflected it with a shield. Very nice. And what's our first boss gonna be? Formless Prime. Autobots, roll out. I gotta find these little beacons around the map, and I am very rusty. I gotta find these beacons around the map to unlock portions of the boss's health bar. Let's recycle that and grab this and move on to the next area. Okay, we're not locked in. Very good. Okay, here's the shop. We don't really have much money, so I'm not even gonna bother stopping in just yet. Well, speaking of money, all right, we have an okay amount. Let's see what they have.
Hello.
Trade rat loot for 25 shards. That's actually kind of tempting, not as much as I'd like it. A normal snake. Somehow I don't think that's going to be normal. No real melee-focused items here. I suppose I'll pick up the normal snake, see what that's about. Never mind, I'm too poor. Could get rid of rat loot, but I really like rat loot. Let's see. What's up here? Ooh. The ant pickaxe can break through walls. That's pretty nice. Okay, shield can't block aerial projectiles. Oh, interesting. The stomping on enemies doesn't really do damage by default. So far, so good. Hell yeah. But wait, there's more. So bosses in this game aren't like other bosses. They may be slightly easier than most game bosses by default, but once you get their health bar down once, they go into a rage state, where they're pretty much just twice as fast. Gotta hit that. They were trying to lock us inside the zone. I want to trade away this Imperiant mace. Let's get rat loot upgraded. %30 longer rat range and 1 more rat bounce. Sure, that means something to me, totally. Let's go and beat up that boss. Actually, we have a pistol near the beginning. Let's grab that in case we drop to kind of low in health. I want to be able to... I want to have a range option to fall back to. The Imperiant Spelunker has been serving us very well so far, though. Hi there. Ah, they got me. Hell yeah. Let's go. Rock and stone. Beating them with a pickaxe like a true dwarf. These are all bullet-related items. I hate to break it to you, game, but I'm not really using the gun right now. I guess I'll grab the rarest one. Actually, let's check out the shop. Oh wait, is there an entire room that we haven't checked out? Because it looks like there's an entire room we haven't checked out. Yeah. I apparently parried that guy. The rats just knocked him back. Ah, screw it. Get rid of the starter gun. And the starter gun gave us an actual gun. A Babo. Charge-up weapon. Nice, nice. Doesn't get canceled out whenever we... Reloading doesn't get canceled if we sprint or dodge roll in the middle of it. Very good to see. To the next world. But yeah, I really like this game. I feel like it's been pretty underrated, but people have been starting to notice it. It has like 1,000 reviews. Sacrifice max health for 3 random bundles. I probably will. I will definitely sacrifice the bouncy bullets for better rat loot. Level 3. What is happening? Did I just get a free item for maxing out an item? Oh. 10 shards. That's what that does. I expected it just to have loot, have a higher chance of dropping shards, but I guess not. You can sacrifice rat loot for an upgrade bundle. I think I'm just going to sacrifice max health. It's a bit scary. Bat buttons. Stompable bat buttons appear. I think I have to. Bats are just flying rats after all. Melee break walls. Yeah, definitely. This melee breaks walls by default, but you know, I'm happy to take it. Press X to leave the anti-void. Hell yeah.
The kingdom of the blue birds.
Okay. Everything here explodes. Ooh, looks like we just got a fancy sword, though. The Samurai's Choice. What's this do? An ancient sword passed down for generations and now finally into your greedy hands. Respect it and it will reward you. Okay. It's got a block move. What's its patterns like? Oh! That's what its patterns are like. Okay. That's freaking great. Sure, I'll get rid of the bow. Health and ammo? Alright. No complaints here. And let's keep moving. That number 3 hit in the combo is so stupid. I love it. Okay, Snowman. Defeated enemies explode into a ring of ice spikes for 20 shards. Soak your minds. Exploding pine cones will spawn and chase you. Zoom. Close-up camera. That's an upgrade bundle. Honestly, I want the shards. Ow, that's what they meant by damaging ice spikes. Oh boy. I thought it would just be like an effect on the ground. Not actual projectiles, but it looks like everything got killed by rat loot anyway. We can heal that back up. What's this? 5 ammo jars. Trap dagger. That's just damage whenever we dodge roll. It's very good. And I don't think there's much else in here. Got some more money. We are very rich right now. We should probably spend some of it. This sword's ridiculous. I love it. Ow. I could really use one of those health power-ups. Let's see. It's 2 rooms back. I'll go for it. There's no fast travel between rooms, sadly, but all the maps are super small, so it's pretty fine. It's nice that they seem to just be giving you a lot more ammo in general now. Before, ammo was actually kind of hard to come by. You had to swap weapons just because you ran out of ammo. Which, honestly, for balancing reasons, might be the better route, but you know, screw balancing. I want to have fun with my samurai sword. Ow. That guy did a lot of damage. Dang. I was hoping we would attack fast enough to get rid of the projectiles, but you know, we got some currency. We learned. Let's do another run. Ow. Okay, the sweep is larger than I thought it'd be. Just B to reload. Very funky. They can reflect bullets back at me as well. That's kind of spooky. We're already super low on health, so I gotta be careful in that front. And let's keep on moving. Alrighty. I shouldn't have hit that yet. I think the second beacon triggers the boss every time. Alright, see you, Imperiant Queen, or the Matriarch. Same difference. Make sure to kill all of its children. That's a bit spooky. Let's just kind of get out of here now. Oh, got a few more goobers to finish off. Bounce on their head. Just keep jumping. They can't hurt me. Alright, we got 10 buckaroonies. I don't think we can really buy anything with that. We need like 15 minimum. Finally, a second weapon. The Igniter. I mean, pretty inaccurate, but also fire. It's just a room with a bunch of health. Very nice. Make sure to pick up all the giblets on our way. Let's see. Who in the heck are you? I can't... My bullets were slower than he was. Okay, then. Need something that shoots very fast to be able to get him. And I don't mean fast fire rate, I mean fast projectiles. Oh, hi there. That burn damage is actually kind of crazy. Yeah, the burn damage is real good, actually. Let's see, dungeon. Close-up camera. Enemies revive once after being defeated. Defeat enemies in the order above their heads. That sounds awful. I think I'm just gonna go with the zoom in camera. Oh god, when they said zoomed in, they meant it. Oh no. At least there weren't many enemies in here. Got tons of gems. Soul boot attack on stomp. Laser on block. Let's go for the soul boot. Very interesting. Let's see. Let's move upwards. Never mind, the boss just locked us in. Or we weren't locked in by the boss, we just never hit the beacon. Does that trade a gun for max health? Instant corrupted max health heart? What does that mean? Max health for 20 shards. Okay, that's what that means. There's also something over here. I have no way of busting through the wall on my own. Hey, dude, get over here. I need you. Ow. Not that way. Okay, they are unwilling to break through the wall for me. It is time to take vengeance on their comrades. Oh, we got plenty of money. I can spend it. Max health will be real nice for when we eventually sacrifice it anyway. Jace's shop is in the bottom left. Okay, that was an attack. I was in the middle of my dodge, so I couldn't counter it. Ow. Now that was just bad on my part. Where's my health pot? There we go. I should still have a health pot or two up in the top left. Let's see. Max health for 60 shards. Wow. Rat attack on reload. It's a hammer. It's a sword. Ice bullets. Ice bullets sounds fun, but also I'm just barely too poor to grab it. Maybe I'll be able to pick it up after the boss. Having a freezing... Why are there so many of you up here? Probably the boss put them there. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Really? Come on. Alright. Let's get over to this boss and show them who's boss. Not really, though. Yeah, just stay clear of those attacks. The burn damage on this gun is actually crazy good. In fact, I think I'm losing it in damage, not pacing out my shots. This boss really doesn't like me being close to it, though. That's the main thing I'm noticing. Like that. I can extend my iframes on a jump by jumping on their head, which is pretty nice. But they are dead. What's this? Increased melee durability. Meteoric Aid. Beacon-powered machine gun turret. So I'll take Meteoric Aid, whatever that is. And we're still very much too poor for the cryo bullets, so we shall exit the world. I was expecting to drop... yes. I was expecting the boss to drop some money. But I guess not. I sacrificed Soul Boot for max health, gunk, or... Oh, that's sacrificing stuff for a level up, not stuff for the Soul Boot. Okay, 3 random packs. Or did I only get 2 packs this time? Let's upgrade that tablet. Oh, apparently just an additional tablet. Snake bullets, electricity stomp. I'll grab snake bullets, that sounds nice. And let's feed whatever this thing is. And we're too poor. Is there anything else in here that we can do? It doesn't look like it. Alright, I'm just gonna beat you up then. Unfortunately, that was a lot of shards that we just lost, but we got some of them back. Probably need like 5 more than I actually had to do it too. Looked like it was ready to pop. If you feed it a bunch, it gives you a bunch of random items and stuff back.
Herbs, destructive herds, protective birds.
I got 2 meteorite stones following me, so let's see what those do. Alright, we got a second weapon. Alright. Its 3rd hit's great. I can't say the same for the other 2 hits. Ow. Just took a crap ton of damage there. Rapid fire boys were shredding me. That works. I just want to charge it up to her 3rd hit in my combo whenever possible. Some much needed help. Very good. I wasn't quite looking at that guy when he shot me. I mean, these meteorite tablets are fantastic. They're just kind of killing things randomly for me. Not much I can do with the bat. Can't break walls with it either. Get away from me, birds. Boss and bound. Apparently there's another healing pot. I should definitely pick that up. Ricochet very much worked in my favor there. Well, not ricochet, just deflecting projectiles with block, really. Sometimes those mushrooms are enemies, so always gotta check. Alright, and here's the boss. Whatever that thing is. That could have been very bad. Hey, Twitchy Mimic is raiding with a party of 6. Thanks a ton. How'd the rest of Wild Frost go, my guy? and welcome on in. You get Twitchy a shout out here. Twitchy's a relatively new streamer. It'd be great if y'all's drop them a follow. They're great to hang around with, and we plan on doing some more Elden Ring on the weekend. Let me actually remember how to type real quick. Howdy dude, barely won. Awesome. Did you beat the final boss? Mimic raid time, hell yeah. Sacrifice max health for 3 random bundles. I mean, I probably shouldn't, but I'm probably going to anyway. This is Voidago, though. It's a cross between Nuclear Throne and Enter the Gungeon with its own art style. It's pretty solid. Let's see. Yeah, definitely gonna sack max health. Even more meteoric tablets. Okay. They're just gonna play the game for me, I guess. And since we maxed out an item, we get another item. Health Jar's Bombardment. Health Jar Definitive Edition. I think I'm just gonna grab the Bat Boot, though. More snake bullets, or faster respawn on my soul boot. Already saw something I liked. You jump on that guy's head and it looks like you dodge the attack. Yeah, you can jump on enemies' heads to stun them and extend your iframes. I'll grab the upgrade bundle. Let's see. This one has a jump instead of a classic dodge roll. It's pretty interesting to play around with. There's supposedly a way to combo stomp enemies, but I haven't figured it out myself. Spirit Bombard, Spirit Assist and Kill, or Termite Agreement, Bullet Wall Break. That works. Awesome. I can get through walls now if I see any shinies. Okay, Cursed Chest, not super interested. Yeah. Okay, yep, those are definitely items, yep. My items are just playing the game for me now. I got pretty lucky. This area will have Magmoth babies. Thunder and Magflies will emerge constantly for a red gun. Bullets become homing orbs, but your movement is locked to a grid. I'm not really using my gun much, but I have to see what this is like. It's awful, that's what it's like. I didn't realize it'd be straight up movement speed downgraded along with it. Yes, I used to use Wall Break in Streets of Rogue all the time. That's a roguelike I need to pick up for myself. It seems pretty fun. Weapon gamble can hit the jackpot. Sure, let's gamble a bit. The Snord. I am 100% taking the Snord. Yeah. It's a melee and it shoots projectiles. This is a win-win in my books. Freaking Snord. Let's get some health and some ammo back. I just repaired the Snord when I should have gotten ammo in my igniter, but you know, whatever. Okay, yep, all my items are off cooldown in case you couldn't tell. I need to pick up Streets of Rogue for myself, but the runs just look like they go on for so long. Let's see. Keep on heading to the unknown areas. Let's unlock the rest of that boss health bar before we really try to take them on. And the mushrooms are angry. Okay, there's one of my tablets broken. This game just turns into pure chaos very quickly once you get some item combos rolling. Okay, can't jump on it in the damage phase. Good to know. Ooh. Let's get out of the way of that. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna hop over here and buy some health real quick. And try not to die. You know, let's just get out of here. That'd be nice. It's rough for sure. A ton of fun with friends, I can imagine. It seems like just a good bit of chaos. The sword really doesn't do that much damage. But you know, every single one of my bullets has become a snake, and I'm not sure if that's just because of my snake bullet lotion. I am out of ammo. Okay, let's get out of here. Snake oil gumption, yeah. I actually have snake lotion. Snake bullet lotion. It's not actually made from snakes. No snakes were harmed in the making of this lotion. It's not just a marketing thing, we promise. It's not snakes. I think it's snakes, guys. Do not get hit. I think I just want to go for Emerald on. I'm guessing that just causes enemies to explode on death. What even? My spirit? My freak, everything is a snake now. Every projectile. Even the projectiles that my items spawn in are snakes. It's great. I love it. Alright, here you are. I think that's the last one. Yes, it is. Lots of money. We should probably spend it before we lose it. Bullets travel towards the direction you point. Not great on controller. Speak in spinning blades. I'll see. Sounds interesting. Okay, they're just immediately bombarding me. The quality lady where you worked would hate this. I've never seen anyone so horrified of snakes. Well, the snakes are shredding them. We got snake bats too. Even my bats are snakes. The snakes are snakes, the bats are snakes, the rats are snakes. What else isn't snakes? Yo, I love Emerald on Aquino. Is this like an actual reference to something, or are you just saying you love the boss so far? Ow. Oh, boy. No. No. The boss, it's awesome. Yeah, all of the bosses in this game are like this. Ow. Oh, that was rough. I'm gonna mess up my freaking muscle memory for Elden Ring, but you know, we probably have enough meta progression to do some unlocks. This game does have meta progression, but there's no just stat upgrades. It's all just unlocking more variety. Which is something I'm very happy about. Essence extractors. You can now extract essences and use them to break the chains of the Void Gateway.
Of course, she could not leave this sanctuary alone.
Interesting. While on a run, get 20 kills with a weapon to unlock its essence. On a run, fully upgrade a power-up. Survive the void. That's probably just beat the game. Defeat a boss. 12 times. Okay. feed the anti-void over here, or over there. We only have 10 meta currency, so I'm just gonna throw it into this. Okay. New entity, Void Challenger. This entity might appear during a run. Challenge it for a great reward. Yeah, I think I'm too poor to unlock anything else. Yeah. Let's just hop in another run. And let me actually check something. Does this game have online co-op now? It does not. Sad. It's still just local co-op, but you know, it's cool that it exists in the first place. It's this chaotic with just one person. Jesus, I wonder. Steam Remote Play, though? My Wi-Fi's too awful to do that. Everybody will be on, like, a 400 ping minimum. Okay, we got this goober. We might actually be able to get enough shards to feed them, but we shall see. Fair, got mixed experiences with it yourself? Yeah. The Wi-Fi just needs to be, like, perfect on both ends, and even then it's still kind of buggy. It's very cool that it exists, but, you know, really needs a lot of improvements. Punching them with a gun still counts as killing them with it. It's turbo late for you. Super need to go to bed. Have a good one, my guy. I'll see you tomorrow in the lands between. Hell yeah. Thanks again for the raid, my dude. Okay, hitting the beacon does hurt everything nearby. That's nice.
Rock and stone!
Rock and stone, brother. Oh, no. Ow. There's supposedly a way to combo stomp enemies, but I don't know how. Just punch him while he's down. Let's see. Ooh, that was nice. Getting some fancy combos off. Always love to see it. Just everything about this game has such a nice vibe to it. Very bright and colorful. And animations that I can only describe as bloopy. Like, I don't know how else I'm supposed to describe this animation style. It's very, like, bouncy. Okay. What a perfect example. Well, let's get out of here until I have a decent weapon. Press X to pick up a weapon essence. What does that mean? Huh? Hurt yourself for 5 shards. Honestly tempting. But no, not yet. Ow. These little ants can die in one hit to anything, but their pattern's pretty scary. The little ants that are crawling on the ground. Some of the other guys just use them as a gun, which is funny. Ow. Okay. We probably gotta move up onto the shop if we don't find a weapon here. Let's see. What is this? The Summer Scepter. Interesting. Apparently it has a weapon essence, whatever that means. 20 shards for ice spikes, you know? Why not? This looks like a melee weapon, but it's a gun. Honestly, pretty good. Ow. Oh, every time I get X amount of kills with a weapon, it gives me a weapon essence, which is another form of meta currency, I assume. And also, I am dying. Got some money out of that, though. Hopefully we can pay for our health insurance after that. What the heck? Dodges sucking bullets? Ooh. Now that could be goofy. Let's see. What can we grab? Actually, we don't want to grab something in the shop. We want to go up to this Uber over here. Nope. Okay, at least that didn't hurt. Melee Mimic. Melee attacks twice? You what? I guess this is a melee weapon run now.
Hello.
I do really like me rat loot. You know, let's grab grave buttons, though. That seems fun. Stompable grave buttons appear. Sell max health for 80 shards. No, thank you. Now let's go and attack the boss. Melee Mimic sounds crazy, only if we can get a decent sword. Oh, it's my bullets that it sucks in. That's weird. It, like, sucks in my bullets and sends them back out. I expected it to, like, just get rid of enemy bullets in an area, but no. I got hit because I was distracted with my own attack. Just grab one of those health pots, please. Where the heck did you go? There you go. Get gooped. Get back here. Oi. Don't run away from me. I will find you. The black hole shot's so weird. It's not really a black hole shot, even. Ow. That's scary. Ow. I got beat up a bit there, but we came out on top. Okay, apparently there's some health in this room. Okay, and we got a boss essence. Okay, soul rehand, soul attack, and reload during battle. Increased accuracy and slight homing. Giving slight homing to projectiles that already have homing sounds fun. There's something up here, though. What's that golden health? Oh. There's just full on an item here. The boss broke open one of those shiny areas. That's crazy. Just a full on heal whenever I activate one of the beacons? Huh. Sounds real nice. Might not be a full heal, it might be a partial heart, but still seems pretty good. Okay, looks like we only got 2 things here. I don't have enough money or enough max health to sacrifice to these things. And I don't want to get rid of any of my items. Let's go.
Porcos, vile creatures, scavengers, no respect for life, no respect for themselves. All that matters is their precious mud baths.
Relatable. Let's see. Ooh, chest. At least I think this is a chest. Just gotta hit it a few more times. Yep, it is a chest, and an angry one at that. I'll take health, sure. I should probably save the Summer Scepter for bosses. Chance of dropping coffee. I'm still stuck with the begunner. Hopefully we can get a weapon in one of these areas. No, but we can scrap the begunner. I'd rather have ammo in my scepter. And we got some ammo we can come back to now. Very nice. Quite a bit of ammo, actually. Okay, there are angry birds, apparently. Well then. Oh, there's another chest. How nice. Any day now. Let's see, I'm not trading an item for that, but there's some nice pickups laying around. Very cool. I knew it! The demon shrooms. And we got the whittle knife. Oh, that is a great pun. Oh, that's an interesting attack. Seems kind of fun. And we have the melee mimic, which will mimic the attacks. At least I think we have the melee mimic. That could have been a different run for all I know. Ow. I deserve that. I was trying to get greedy. How much exactly do the beacons heal me? Just a full heart. That's crazy. Ah, the whittle knife does not have good durability, though. Ants in the pants do not stop moving. That's not hard. Yeah, for an extra free item. The heck? This cacti? Die! We got another weapon essence. Instant corrupted max heart snake bullets. I think I'll take trap spikes. I really like being able to do damage whenever I jump. And we already have one goofy effect when we jump. Why not get more? You know, let's just pick up any jump effects we can get. Why not? Or any non-combo related ones, because I don't understand how that works. I'll keep hold of the Whittle Knife for a bit longer. I'll probably end up scrapping it next chance I get, or just end up dropping it. Did I get the melee mimic on this run? I did. 20 shards for that, weapon for that, or 20 shards for that. I'm tempted. I'd like to see what's actually in the shop first, though. Ow, what even hit me there? Where's one of those ghost buttons when I need it? Ammo, thank you. Now time for me to die. Oh, there's another Aquino. Ow. Very lucky I survived. And the boss is chasing me. Or there's just a beacon here. There's just a beacon. At least it gives us heals. I can more or less artificially extend the range of my projectiles with the black hole. It's such an interesting item. This seems to pierce enemies, so I'm going to rely on it for a little bit. And it's out of ammo. I ran out of ammo in my sword. Someone help me. Alright. Hopefully this is the shop over here. Oh, hi there. Let's just not deal with that. Your movement's locked to a grid, never again. Exploding pine cones will spawn and chase you. That should be okay. It's more or less just another version of keep moving. Ow. That's a lot of fire. Well, it's not really fire, just automatic assault. Alright, let's upgrade that black hole. Suck in the same bullet 2 times. Oh. Weird. I'll grab a corrupted max health. What's that cost? I am not trading that beacon. That item is too good. Ow. I was hoping to be able to save some ammo here, but I guess not. Alrighty. Yeah, let's try to go get to that shop now. We're gonna have to pass up the boss, but, should be okay. And it locked us in immediately. Oh, that's great. I don't even know what I got hit by, if I'm being honest. There's money out here. Let's grab that before we head in.
Hello.
Alright. Buy a swordster. Level up that. I'd really just like another gun. Like a decent gun. All buttons suck. What? Well, this is the swordster. That is certainly an attack pattern. Oh. Those are the melee mimics. Interesting. And we can level it up for pretty cheap, so I'll do that as well. Why do you have to scream? This weapon's so noisy. Alright, we're in the same room as the boss now. Beep. I gotta find an area with health. No. I'm trying to press the map button and failing. Alright, top middle. Let's keep on moving. Probably gonna also buy health from the thing up here. Never mind, I'm too poor. Do we have enough now? Not quite, but we got another health pot. Just what I needed. Okay, boss has moved again. And the boss has moved again. There we go. I totally know what's happening. Ow! I was trying to jump on top of this eye, but it was bait the whole time. Okay, boss ran away. That's fine, I guess. Okay, they're going upwards. Upwards and onwards. And they're still moving. Oh my gosh, stop running away, you coward. There we go. Freaking firebombing. I'm getting firebombed by a flower. Help! The trees are fighting back. They saw us making houses out of them, so they decided to make a house out of us. I don't know. Stop it. Didn't you know firebombing's bad for the environment? Hell yeah. Killed him with a stomp. Let's go. Oh, the face on my sword. Oh boy. That was mighty blurst. Got another weapon not a weapon essence, boss essence. Better suck strength. I think I'll just upgrade the great button some more. It's a pretty massive burst of damage when it actually triggers. And it's closer to being maxed out, so we might get another free item. We have two weapons that are pretty decent, but neither of them have much ammo. I will definitely sacrifice that for max health. Nothing going on in this thing for whatever reason. I'm not going to feed the void. I will kill it, though. Just to see if it drops anything like this. It does not look like it. Leave the anti-void.
A wise old face. Their warm smile draws you closer in such a...
Well, hello, Nuclear Throne. Didn't expect to see you here today. Well, I kind of did. This game's inspired by it partly, for sure. But still. The exploding cars are freaking terrifying in Nuclear Throne. I don't know any of these enemies' patterns, so I'm probably gonna get wrecked. Let's see. I'm just gonna go inside real quick. I'm just gonna know about all that. The Prophecy's laser will chase you? What? Kill list. That looks like another melee weapon that could be potentially very fun. Where's number 4? Here you are. 5, where you at? Apparently this topiary bush is an enemy. I need number 6, where are you? Seven, I can finally avenge myself upon you. And 8, which is the final enemy, I think. We're out of durability in this weapon. Let's pick this up. Pious Pummeler. Hell yeah. That seems nice and wild. Combo Stomp Rats. I think I'll just grab the beacon laser. I got the Paladin's Hammer. I will smite you with the righteous might of bricks, I guess. It slows my movement pretty heavily while I'm swinging it, but oh boy, it's a good spam weapon. Let's not let all of these items go to waste. Get bonked. That's a lot of health bar locks. And is this another dungeon? It sure is. Gridlock sucks. Kill list, I already have a decent weapon. Let's see. Some enemies will respawn as a void enemy. That sounds awful. But, you know, let's go. Die. I think this is the last one, unless they respawn. I think they respawn, but I couldn't really tell. Get here, boy! I will find you. I will core through the earth to destroy them. What's in here? 55 Vocaliber. It's a mouth noise gun. That's pretty great, I gotta admit. Spirit assist on kill, you know, why not? On kill items are always busted. Just got a bunch of spare weapons sitting around in there if we need it. Now, these enemies are definitely harder than the other ones, but now I'm so powerful, I don't think it matters. Looks like these weird little duck-billed birds sometimes earth up a lot of money. There's a scrapper if we feel like min-maxing. But let's see who the boss is. Hello, Turkey Thulu. This music goes kind of hard, though. I'm gonna run. The Prophecy. That's definitely a foreboding name. Hi, what are you? Trade Pious Pummeler for full health, ammo, and durability. Kinda tempting since I'm out of ammo on one of them. Bat power. The gulp button. Didn't realize how cursed that was. Bomb boot attack on Stomp. Hell yeah. If I get enough, I might come back for that other boot they had there. And the Prophecy is here. Should have waited to activate that beacon, but you know, whatever. Let's go solar. Jawses probably aren't going to be as effective. Yeah, they're not very effective. I can't activate my button because I can't dodge. Extra max health, though. I'm very happy to see that. Bullets do sharp turns to avoid walls? Huh. I wish I was running a gun run now, but I'm not. Bigger block. Very cool. That's what the beacon blades do. Interesting. Absolutely blasted that man with his own shots. Another weapon essence. I should really be waiting slightly longer in order to trigger those beacons just because they can get me a heal. Just like wait until after I've cleared the area would probably be a good idea. Oh hell yeah, I get nuked by the car. I need ammo though. There's more ammo packets than there used to be, but the ammo packets are significantly less impactful. They restore like 33 instead of 50% of ammo now. Oh, another weapon essence. Got the pummeler. Very cool. It's apparently ammo here. Let's pick that up. I think the pummeler is straight up better, so I'm going to prioritize that. Sacrifice max health for 2 random bundles. Hell yeah. Get back here, you little rat man. Ah, he didn't actually travel, he just disappeared. Let's upgrade the black hole a little bit more. Why not? Bullet target link. I mean, the melee mimic item that I picked up seems to sort of summon in projectiles to hit enemies, so that might be it. Or that might still be effective. Got blasted point blank by that guy, didn't block fast enough. Get bonked. Alright, it's time to find the boss. Time to cook this turkey. The spam jump and they can't hurt you. I totally understand what's happening. Ow, they could hurt me when I was spamming jump. Oh, why are there eggs? Oh no. Ow. Alright, I gotta pick up a weapon and then scrap it. It's my only hope of getting a health item right now. There's multiple item scrappers laying around, so I definitely can. Some ammo and some health. Let's pick the sword back up. We can scrap the Vocaliber too if we need to. In fact, I'm going to do it just to be safe. And we'll grab the hammer to slam through this place just to be a bit faster. There's the recycler. Throw the Vocaliber in there. The Void Caster. Seems cool. But returning bullets. I do have a decent amount of stuff that affects bullets, so it should work out pretty nicely. This boss doesn't seem to like me getting close, since it has so many different attacks that are active on the battlefield for a long time. So I'm gonna, you know, avoid being close to it. This gun has a ton of ammo anyway, so we should be fine. Okay, I just need to hit him like 2 more times. Okay, it has a ton of ammo, but it doesn't do all that much damage. Get away! Alright, hopefully it's done with that attack now. Well, I got blasted by the tractor at the very least. Ow. He's gonna combo me. Ow. Ah, come on. Stomping on the button killed me, dang it. Let's go back to camp, see what we can buy with our meta progression, and then I'm probably gonna end it for today. Ah, so there's 12 bosses in total, I assume. To unlock you, I guess. Another section to the base camp. New character. New character, Clozo. You can play as the heir to the throne of Imperia.
Skyward Closer wanders, yearning for his stolen cloud kingdom.
I can beat Clozo up, get wrecked, Clozo. Why? Why can I do this to him? This is probably my character's house, I'm guessing, where I can buy some new starting relics and goo. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. Let me see who else is live. Let's see. Anybody else streaming Voidago?
Don't have any explosions yet, but
Okay, don't know why that opened up immediately. No, there's only like 3 people playing Voidago. Let's see. I think I'm just going to end it off there then. Thanks a ton for stopping by, everybody. I hope you have a great Enter Time Zone here. And yeah. I hope to get back into streaming semi-regularly after Monday. I'll probably try to keep it to around 3 times a week, just so that I don't burn myself out super fast again. So yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Or night. You know, time zones suck.